Brother Steve.
All right. Welcome to the Lost Cryptids Conservatory live show. Today we're doing a little segment called Conservatory Talks, which is group discussions of various topics. My guests today are Steve Brooks from Tales and Trails of Bigfoot Facebook page.
Hey,
we have
brother Chad.
Chad Detman. He's a
Hey, James.
he's a Michigan researcher, and we have James Swag. And he's from Michigan and has been with me in the fields, been up with a few different people like Chuck Sutherland, and I was up north of Michigan, had different things happen. So basically, Steve, anything you want to say before we get started and stuff? Any other things people can find you at? I think Steve might be on a delay where he can't hear us in real time, possibly.
Or
Chad.
he hears us and we're not hearing him. Can you hear me?
I'm just gonna say hello, everybody.
Okay, there you go. We got Steve. You're it. Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah. He's on a delay just a slight bit, so it's okay. Streamer will catch up. Anyways, I guess let's just get started with. We're gonna go view some, give our opinions. Interested me when I was younger because I had my Stickman encounter, and these videos came out just after my encounter, a couple of years after. He'll get our responses and stuff, so we'll just keep talking. These are their only videos that actually resembled what I had seen that night with my friend, so that's why I thought we should view them today. So we're gonna watch it and then give our opinions. Hopefully by then Steve will be caught up. This has happened before one time during a broadcast. It did fix itself, but it was after a minute or two. So
okay.
So let's just get started.
Oh, he's gone.
Remove Steve real quick. Yep. I'll add back. Hopefully that will fix it. All right, Steve, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Steve? You know, StreamYard's a fast-growing app and stuff, so a lot.
All
right.
Sounds some dumb.
Technical difficulties.
I can hear you.
Wow.
Little technical difficulties, but
You're not really good, Steve.
It's okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right, it's all right. We're gonna continue on. So I'm gonna get this set up. Share screen. Take a look at this little clip video. All right, you guys.
Are you real good?
Yes.
Yep, we'll just continue on.
Okay.
All right, so watch this video and give you guys.
You three keep on going if y'all can't hear me.
We hear you now, Steve. You're in.
I'm gonna replay. You guys might not
No.
see there, but
There it went back behind the wall, but you had it out there.
Okay. That's Wait, no, when I see this one, it reminds me it remind it reminds me of the one.
I'm not familiar. It was another like humanoid.
Okay.
All right, so Chad, what do you
Play it
think
again,
about it?
Blake. Play it one more time.
I'm playing it
It's
again.
still
The
playing.
one that was called Cave Dwellers.
It's gonna be a little.
I'm looking at the glowing eyes right now. Okay, they back up a little bit. Now they come out, and now they just like jump on the floor. Okay, that's what happens right there. What it is an optical illusion of light reflection of some sort of small creature. This is what I believe. Okay, I'm not saying that cave isn't haunted, but that's actual living creature. You see the eye, there's definite right there, eye reflection. Okay, you can't say if those eyes are 2 inches apart or 6 inches apart. It's impossible because they're glowing, they're illuminating out, and so what we're seeing is the illumination of the lights, and the lights are reflecting out. I mean, that could be something. It could be a big rat. That could be. It could be an
Okay.
owl, but I
Okay, I
don't
get
think
what
it's
you're
an
saying.
owl. It appears to me
Yep.
that when it disappears, it like jumps on the floor, and now the eye reflection isn't there because like when it jumps on the floor, it like probably turns its body the opposite direction and takes off running. But to me, it looks like this jumps on the floor. If you do it frame by frame and then watch it just disappear.
Right. Gotcha.
That's
All right,
my
James,
opinion.
what do you think about it?
All right, I sort of
Honest
agree
opinion.
with Chad. However, you can see like the background shadow of an arm, and it looks more like a creature. And
Right.
Okay.
it's possible.
What do you think about the eyes?
I think they're a little too bright, so it could be reflection, but it's too hard
Okay.
to tell because it's so dark.
You see an arm and stuff.
Yeah, I see a shadow of an arm in one of the frames.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, Steve. What do you think about this video? We'll give him a little bit if he's on the delay still.
Can I say something about the shadow of the arm? Because I see what he's talking about.
Yeah, you could say something.
Okay,
We'll come back after Steve.
Oh,
He's gonna be on the delay.
Okay,
He's gonna be on the
I
delay, so he's a
believe-
little slow. So
here we go.
Well,
I believe the
agree
shadow of the
with
arm
Chad.
from where the camera spot is. I believe somebody moves a little bit in front of the camera and causes a little bit of light, like diffusion. Like it absorbs a little light there, which makes it appear that the black area that's dark, it appears that it lightens a little bit. I think that comes from back
Right.
by the
I get
camera.
what you're saying. All right, we're gonna let Steve talk. He's still on the delay, so he's gonna be. I think he's like 25 seconds or so behind us. So we're gonna let Steve talk, and then we're gonna go from there. So, Steve, what is your
Sounds
opinion
good.
of this video?
Okay, I'm gonna have to kind of on that because you can see the illumination of the eyeballs, and cameras do a lot of tricks. So I'm gonna say it's an animal of some sort that the lighting is reflecting into his eyes. So, being a creature, I'm gonna say without more visibility of it.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And I'm sorry, Steve. I don't know what's going on. You're on like a 25-second delay. We're gonna try to work through it and everything. Hopefully, it'll be all right. So, just my opinion. It looks similar to what I experienced as a teenager behind my house. I called it because it was long and skinny. How the arm, in my opinion. Now that supposedly is taken somewhere in the Middle East. Some say Egypt. I've heard other places. It's in the sewer. It's a little robot cam. So, I guess we're gonna have hopefully the audience and people who will comment later after they watch this video on the YouTube are. What do you guys think? You know, leave your comments below, and all of us will try to reach out at you guys and answer some of those things more. And so I guess it's a mix-up here.
Exactly.
We don't know. We can't all agree on it, which is fine.
That's how it's supposed to be. That makes
It's
it
interesting,
objective,
though.
and that's the whole. Yes.
Right. Well, that's why I
can't
asked for you
cheat
guys'
that.
honest opinion. So,
Gave you mine, brother. Doesn't mean I'm right, though.
All right, so we're gonna go on to the next.
None of us are right until we know.
Yeah, we don't know, but I mean.
Yeah. Any final comments on that? Chad, do you still think it's a rat or some other type of
it is,
animal?
yes, absolutely. I think it's a rat. I absolutely think that's what it most likely is. It's not a bat because their eyes don't reflect as like a rat. A rat's eyes, they're in a dark cave shining a light. Rat's eyes reflect big time. And if this rat is staring in this light and these people are filming from back, its eyes, and if they're the further they are away, the wider the eyes can actually look because they illuminate so much. So these people could be 30 yards away from a little 14-inch rat, not counting its tail, and the appearance could be of that the eyes could possibly be wider apart because people don't have the ability to judge the distance. Okay, if you got those rats, you'd get the rat. If that rat was within a few feet of you with that light, you would have the rat on the film. But that rat's back there, 30 feet or who knows? I don't know. I couldn't even tell. And that's another thing to judge that video. You do not know how far back that eye light is, but it doesn't appear to be that far back, like 20, 30 feet.
Okay, James, what do you think? What's your final analysis? Final opinion.
I'd say it's some type of unknown creature.
I'm going to have to agree with that opinion as also. So, Steve, what is your final opinion on that? You still think it's an animal? He's a little up, but Steve, what is your opinion on the video? And then we're going to
Well, it's like I said, with with just seeing the eyeballs, it's going to be hard to. It will be what type of body it has. So, you know, yeah, I agree with Chad. It could be a rat. It could even be a you know, something like that. But you know, without getting at it, it's hard to tell.
All right, all right, very good. So this next video is it's the Independence Day Bigfoot video, and this is actually my breakdown of it. This is actually a well-known Bigfoot video. A lot of people are very on both sides of it. Actually, at first, when I first viewed this, I thought it was fake.
You thought it was a what? You
I'm not so sure. Let's watch the original video from different parts.
When you first saw it, you thought it was what? You broke up. Oh. All right. Let's watch it.
All right. Hopefully the music isn't too loud for you guys.
It looks realistic to me.
It's a juvenile for sure. But in the beginning of that video, there's something else. There's another coloration that doesn't fit in to the on the left of the screen that they're barely catching. But can I say 100% for sure? No. But to all I've ever seen in daylight is juveniles, and it definitely has the same type of body figure and actions that they do.
Computers are a little slow.
Did we lose them?
Yeah, we lost the host.
Well, this is our stream now.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Looks like he was the one that was making us all not be able to hear each other, huh?
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's talk.
Lost.
He'll come back. I think. Wait, who? We have to invite him back. I think. I think. I don't know. I mean, I'm new to this.
Guess we'll see if he said something.
Hey, that's what he interviewed me.
Normally they go good, but when you add like a bunch of people, it can get difficult. What do I need to do? Go try to figure out how to add them back, or what?
I mean, that last clip, I thought it was realistic. I mean, there's like
the last. No, it was a juvenile, man. That thing was around 5 foot tall. That would be my guess. And do I know? No. But just by its width, its girth, and all that, that's what I would guess it at. A juvenile, a day watcher. They're the dumb ones. They're the ones that you get to see.
I'm not on my laptop, so
all right, let's hang on, man. We got to add.
I just sent him a message asking him how do we fix it. Oh, he's saying something. Hold up.
So, Chad, how you liking it back in Michigan?
You want to know the truth? Oh my gosh. Hang on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You want to know the truth how I'm liking it back in Michigan? I'm glad to be back because this is my home. It's where I was born. It's where I was raised for most of my life. Not too. The weather's been not too terribly cold. A whole lot of just above freezing. But man,
I can hear you.
I don't know if it's better than sweating in Florida or not. But my girlfriend's here, so I'm back. I'm back to stay.
Oh, he crashed it. He said he'll be back though.
All right, James, the show's on you.
What?
Who's gonna run this?
I don't know.
I mean, we're live.
He said he'll be back, so he just had to fix some things. He said just talk about experiences and stuff.
All right, okay. You want to run it? You gonna want to ask questions, or you want me to? You want Steve? All right, James. What is the scariest thing that's ever happened to you out in the field?
It's too difficult.
No, just one. Name one, the scariest thing in your mind, and tell us what happened.
You go ahead,
when I was
Chad.
with Blake. What?
Go ahead, James. Finish.
I guess when I was out with Blake in the middle of the woods, like 2 miles away
Scariest
from
thing
the road or
my
trail.
close encounter.
Oh, I think he's saying his.
Oh, that was Steve's. Okay.
Was when I got so close to Sunspot.
We're sorry, everybody. Steve has a 25-second delay. We didn't know he was talking, which he's welcome to. You're absolutely welcome. But there's like a delay. But James was telling his scariest thing. So, James, finish with your scariest thing.
Yeah, when I was out with me and Blake in the middle of the woods, like 2 miles away from any trail, just walking. And then we had stuff happen to us. We went down to a down tree, and we heard a knock come from the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And after that, we continued, and we heard a howl on a mountain behind us. And we got spooked, so we kept going. Then we heard something get thrown at us, and then everything just started closing in on us. And I thought something was going to happen for sure, but they backed off.
So you kind of had like a panic attack kind of thing, like just out of nowhere?
No, we were hearing
yeah, but you're feeling. How'd you feel? How'd you feel while this is happening? What was the feeling that was going through your body?
Oh, I was yelling at them, saying, "Go away."
So you kind of had a panic attack then, kind of. How did you feel?
Maybe
your body feel like? Did it make you feel? Did it just make you feel scared? Did it make your heart? Did your heartbeat change and stuff? Did it affect your heart rate?
Yeah.
So basically what happened is you got EMF'd, is what I call it. Other people call it different stuff, but you got EMF'd is probably what happened. You just simply got too close. They weren't going to kill you.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Well, they wanted to make you leave. They're going to do what they can. They're going to try to scare you.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you think about EMF, Steve? Let's give Steve 25 seconds.
What do I think of what?
EMF.
Zapping. Oh, he's back.
Hey, finally making it back.
All right, now you can answer the question, though, Steve.
Real quick, and then we'll let Steve talk. It's technical issues. I'm sorry.
There's
guys.
our
It's
host.
Just too much for him. All right, Steve.
Your
go right
volume's
ahead.
a little bit low.
Okay. Go ahead, Steve.
What was the question? I didn't hear it.
What do you think about EMF? What is your opinion on what people call zapping or infrasound or EMF? What is
My
your
connection is bad. Huh?
Yeah, Steve, you're on a delay still. Do you want to try to hop on your computer? I guess if you're on your phone. This happens in StreamYard. It's a kind of sucky thing, but you know they're fast growing. Everyone's using it.
Well, you're still there, right, James?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Oh, Steve, you're there too. Well, I'm on my phone.
I'm on computer.
Did you get the question?
Oh, he's gone.
He's gonna go on his computer. It might work a little bit better for him. So he'll jump back on as fast as we can. So continue on if you guys haven't answered yet.
Can James ask you the question and you give us the answer while we wait for him? What you think?
Yeah, what do you think about zapping?
Yeah, I think it's probably possible. I think it's it might be like EMF, like Chad believes, or infrasound, which is a little bit different stuff, which is a sound wave. Which I think it might be that because of how big their lungs are, and they can make the noise low enough, and like tigers and all that. It does affect animals and humans in different ways. I've been disoriented, I would say, a little bit, and fear of dread, but it didn't feel like, oh, I'm zapped and I'm having a heart attack, or I'm about to pass out, like some of the stories you hear. So it's real. You just don't know what it is yet.
Well, infrasound is actually audible and recordable with any sound device. Okay. Infrasound is real because I've experienced it. It like reverberated through my whole body and lungs. But all the infrasound did to me was just stun me for just a quick second and like make me like have to think for a second. Where am I? And then all of a sudden I realize and I know exactly where I am. Just stunned me for a quick second when I had the reverberation of being screamed at. When I was EMF'd, it's totally different. It's like 1 minute you're 100% fine. You cross a boundary, and the next thing you know, you're like falling down. I mean, I actually accused this researcher our first time out of drugging. I'm like, did you drug me, dude? And I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand up. I didn't know where I was. I was spinning just out of like nowhere. I was taking him to show him the den area. They weren't happy with that. They did
Right.
nothing to him. But I've also, I've been out where they did nothing to me and did stuff to other people. It's happened to me. But this whole experience of, me accusing a fellow Michigan researcher on our first time out of drugging me because out of nowhere, and all he keeps saying to me is, dude, do you have diabetes? Is it your blood sugar? Is it your blood sugar? I'm like, and I don't have diabetes. I don't have blood sugar issues.
So it was a pretty serious moment. And yeah, you guys, we don't know what it is, and I think it does affect people differently. And well, if it's infrasound, and if they're making it from like a sound wave, right? So sound waves travel. If they point it at someone, the main point of it, the target, is going to be affected more than the person standing next to him, because the first waves are going to hit that person, the target. It's going to be that point. So I think that's maybe explains why some people get hit next to you and then the other person doesn't feel it, or maybe doesn't feel it as bad. What do you think, James? I know you probably gave your opinion and stuff, but what do you think about?
Give his opinion. I want James's. What do you think, James, about my crazy story?
I feel like it's possible that infrasound can happen because there was a story with I think Chuck Sutherland and Ernie where he had something happening like that. So I feel like that's possible, but I don't think in our experience that we were zapped.
Yeah, when me and you were out there, I caught some audio that I said when I played what I said it. Oh, we caught another whoop, but when I try to break it down and boost the audio, it doesn't sounds weird. It sounds like almost like a sound wave, I guess, is what it sounds like. But I thought that was kind of weird. But we didn't get hit with infrasound, so I can't say it's that. But
infrasound scary.
It's real and it does affect people, and
infrasound you hear. Okay,
well, it's lower. It's supposed to be lower than what we hear, but
you still hear it.
Your subconscious hears it. If that's why it affects you,
and you feel it reverberate, and you hear it.
Well, I think they can make different sound pressures, basically, because they got big lungs and stuff. So they breathe and they make whistles and all this, and who knows? Maybe they just focus.
How close do you think
they focus the sound.
Okay.
I think.
Honestly, how close do you think for infrasound to affect you? There are scientific studies through lions, tigers, and things that can do infrasound, that how close they have to be for it to affect you. So you're going to tell me that like I'm getting infrasound. Infrasound it's real, but it's not what they use. I would have to be within like 15 foot of the thing to be able to get infrasound, unless they like raised and made it a noise, like a vocal scream or a howl, for it to penetrate me. It's like, I'm telling you, it's an electromagnetic thing they can do. Their bone density is so thick. Their brain is so large. The energy that they can produce that they have to use to survive, that we're like capable of, but oblivious to, and don't hone it. It's so strong it can kill you, man. It can give you a heart attack. If you got, they could EMF you so hard that it will kill you. And I stand by that, man.
Okay, James, what do you think? How close do you think it has to be, in your opinion, or real quick, and then we're gonna talk about something else. How close do you think?
I think I agree with him about 15 feet. Because I don't know about like distance wise, like how, like, I don't think 50
right,
feet.
This is just a guesstimation, estimation. Right. I haven't really looked it up either.
I didn't look it up.
I'm not gonna.
I don't know.
So I'm not sure, but I'm going to guess myself from my personal experience, I'm going to say that they can probably hit you at probably 50 yards, which is
With
isn't it's just half a football field with that can affect you a little bit. Now, the closer you get, the more effect you're going to get. But I think at 50 yards, they can still affect you a little bit, and maybe you just get a little shiver or something, and it doesn't, it's nothing bad, as up to the point of how you were, Chad. Okay, so the next question I got is about tree knocks. How far tree knocks are when you hear them. Now, I read a thing. It was on. I might get this wrong, but I think it was the Bigfoot Field Guide or something. It was online, but it was a couple researchers out west. They all collaborated and they did tests on wood knocks, and they'd use different type of wood, and they used a percussion block and stuff, and they all did different tests at different yardage. And their conclusion was that all the wood knocks that you hear are actually a lot closer to you than what you would think. A lot of people think they're far off, but they're actually a lot closer, significantly. I can't remember the percentages, and I should have brought it on my phone so I could tell you guys, but it was a lot closer. So does that affect your guys' opinion in any way? Do you think it's true? Do you think it's not true?
I guess it depends on what direction you hear it and which ear.
Right, like that's going to affect your judgment of how far a distance. Right, that is true.
I think there's a lot of, to try to judge a distance from a sound, it depends on the terrain you're in. So if you're in like a valley, you could hear a knock that's a mile away if it's a loud one. But if you're in a flat area that's miles and miles and miles and covered with trees, and that same knock is done, it's not going to travel the woods like it will in a valley and carry to where you can hear it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So when you're in dense woods and you hear a wood knock, that should be significantly closer than a mile away, half a mile, quarter mile.
It will sound like it's louder away. I think I hear what you're saying.
The findings are basically the percussion block was the loudest, the man-made instrument, and all the tree knocks were very low sounding. So the louder the natural wood knocks are, the closer it actually is to you. So I think that I agree with that now because, again, I think they stay pretty close when you're in the woods. They're 50 yards, 100 yards away, and they circle and they follow you if they're interested. If not, they let you pass you by. But in our experience, James, they were following us. It seemed like. Would you agree? Yeah, but we couldn't see them. But they were just enough for us to barely catch their audio on our cameras and audio. So they were close. They weren't call blasting. So I think that they get close. Chad, in your experience, how close do they get without you seeing them? I know you've had a few experiences of you hearing them walk, like down in Florida. You were hearing them.
They get too close, man. I've had them actually come up and push my tent down and stuff, run around my tent when I've gone in it. Here in Michigan, they've never done that in Florida because in Florida I was always with groups. Yeah. But when I camped out here alone, they'll do stuff. They zap my dog. I had my dog cowering, wouldn't go out. All she was doing is barking and growling, and she wasn't a barker. Well, she was a barker. She wasn't a growler, but all she kept doing was growling. And
right in the middle of the night,
they'll get close, man. They'll get so freaking close. They'll steal your shit.
Right. Well, they usually do at campsites too. I mean, you hear about it. So, so you would agree. Now, how close, the actual distance, do you think they get without you seeing them? How close have you been?
Well, I believe I'm not even counting my sighting. Okay, I believe in broad daylight, I've been within 20, 25 feet of one, and thought better than to go into where I thought it was, because you can just kind of sense them when you're that close. They feel fear too. believe me, if you're in an area they don't want to be found, they'll feel fear too. You got a juvenile while the adults are sleeping, because the adults are the ones that are out at night hunting and doing stuff, and the juveniles are actually day watchers. You get a juvenile out there, and it's about to be, has a chance to be busted, knows it's probably not going to be, but you're like standing there and you look right towards the area where it is. You can actually feel it. You like feel like a skip in your heart, like a type of excitement, I guess. I don't know how to call it. But what do you think they feel? What you're feeling is what they're feeling. Because they're like, they will sit right there. It's their job to protect.
Yes, they are constantly observing in the woods. That's all they do. They literally sit down and watch everything pass by. Then when they're hungry, they reach out and grab it, and let the humans pass by. Right? James, real quick, how close do you think they were, or how close do you think they've been to in other places that you've had experience with, like Chuck Sowers and Bill Sowers?
I'm going to say about 20 yards, maybe.
Got their names mixed up, but
that when you're talking,
they know who we are. Anyone who knows them should know them.
Yeah.
Anyways, how close? Again.
Oh, I said 20 yards.
20 yards, which is pretty close. I would say that's
60
too close.
feet. 60 feet.
Yeah.
20 yards.
Which is enough for a bear to charge you within a second or two. So them, I would say, probably even faster. So I think my first encounter, I was like 20, 30 feet away, and then usually I think they're like what James said, they're 20 yards or 60 yards, 50 yards, and they from my experience, they sit back and they watch you through these little windows, say a certain tree, certain view lines they can see through the trees, and they're constantly watching. So all right, so we got about 20 minutes left. Let's get into a different subject.
Go back to that video we're talking about.
Yeah, there was the one more video that we didn't actually view, or the Bigfoot video.
The one we were talking about when you left.
Which one is that? The Fallen Angel video, which is Spanish. Independence Day, right? What'd you guys think? I guess recap for me real quick.
I think 100% juvenile. That's my opinion.
Okay, James.
I think it was a mother and her baby, and then there was a father also nearby in the video. I think that was like one of the first Bigfoot videos I've seen, like my first one, and I didn't know what it was at the time. But if you go back like frame by frame, you can see there's a child in the hands of the one that's being filmed. Right.
I
don't think,
like I said. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. No, it's fine. I'm sorry for interrupting. When I first seen that, I thought it was kind of fake and stuff, but it was because when you watch certain videos on YouTube, they're playing the sequence in reverse, or there's two cut up versions where they play the different ones backwards, and so that's confusing to people. But when I did this breakdown, in some of the shots, which unfortunately we didn't see, you could see the mouth moving on the mother and the baby. I think it's mother and baby. You can see the mouth moving. I then seen Thinker Thunker's video breakdown of it, and he thinks that it gives it a kiss. So I took a little bit of his work, and then I even more updated it and tried to enhance it more. And again, I agreed with him, because you could clearly see the lips perking up to kiss the baby, and also the mouth was moving. It was opening and shutting. And unfortunately, we didn't see that. But if you see it on that video on my YouTube page, it's clearly kissing it, and a costume just cannot replicate that. So, in my opinion, had changed, and I believe that is now real. Thanks to help Thinker Thunker and then investigating and doing my own work on it. So, I think that was interesting. But everyone might disagree, and that's fine. Hopefully, as technology gets better, we're gonna be able to break down and enhance these more to where we're gonna be able to actually see that face. I think one day there'll be technology to totally get that to pristine 4K eventually. So,
All right.
now there was one more video, and you guys can look it up on YouTube by it's the Spanish Fallen Angel video, and it will pop up, and it's
I've seen
two
it.
guys. It was two guys in the woods. They're talking, and they come up upon a humanoid creature. He's completely bald and naked. It looks like, and that video interested me because again, it looked like the stick man that I had seen. Okay, now that video came out a year or two after my encounter, and the rake is what people would refer to it now because it's more well known. But back then, that was not even made yet as a creepypasta, or there was no term of that yet. So it was Stickman I had named, and then these creatures, which I had seen. And I think that angel thing was pretty dang close. Now, what do you guys think it was? James, you're gonna go first.
All right. I think it's possible it was. It's hard to describe what it was because it looked really weird.
Yeah, and that's kind of what the Stickman to me looked like, but a tall version. So, what else do you think about it? Did you describe it, or where does it fit in your cryptid profile?
I don't think it's. I think it's more like a rake. I don't think it's Stickman though.
Now, I think they might be like a goblin creature. I don't. It looks like Gollum from Lord of the Rings, right?
I didn't see that movie.
It is okay. Well, the people who did, I think that's what it looks like. Now you can again see this video by the Spanish Fallen Angel video. All right, so Chad, what is your opinion of that? Did you were able to watch it before the show?
Yes.
What do you think about that creature? If you think it is real.
I don't believe that the video is authentic, but I can't prove that it isn't. Okay, all I can give is my opinion. Okay, I think it's like incredible CGI. I think some people put a lot of time and effort into doing this video, but can I prove it? No. And I mean, I can't. I'm aware of the paranormal and the cryptid out there, so I know it's real. But in my opinion, I think this is a total CGI.
Okay,
video.
that video was actually uploaded in 2006.
I was about to ask
and
you.
from Spain. So does that change your opinion? Because back then, technology and the CGI wasn't as good. The 2006. Do you think the technology was good enough for that opinion still?
Is the video actually dated? It's dated that it was taken in 2006. No, but hang on. It's dated it was taken in 2006.
That's the date it was uploaded.
You could even have your little counter set to 2006 while you record the video.
I can personally tell you that video is from 2006 because that's when I actually discovered it, was when I was a teenager. So this video is 10 plus years old. So, but it's okay. I mean,
and like I said, I can't say it's not.
And that's all right. I mean, that's your opinion, and everyone's going to have different opinions. I mean, I don't know what it is, but that is similar to what I seen in the woods here in Michigan. So that's why I say there's always a lot more out there in the woods than just Bigfoot. So you should always be careful. Which brings us to another subject. What should people? What stuff do you guys carry out there? James, what do you carry out there? What should people carry out there?
I think people should carry pistols. I don't have one though because I'm not old enough. I carry a hunting knife and a pocket knife because that's pretty much the best thing I got.
Useful tools and stuff. What kind of different equipment do you got? Do you take out of the field? And I know your last video on your YouTube channel, Swift Rage. I can't remember the video name, but it was when you went out back with the with Bill Sowers
Oh yeah.
Up in his place up
Months ago.
northern Michigan. You guys got some different calls and stuff. What equipment did you take out there? What equipment do you
Oh, you
got?
mean? Oh yeah. I use GoPros. I have a Hero 3 and a Hero 3 Plus. I also have an audio recorder, just a small one. I could show it real quick. I don't know where it's at.
Well,
Actually.
in that video you got
You don't have to show.
different calls and stuff. So
No, it was just one singular one by like enhanced and slowed it down.
right, okay.
Just yeah.
All right, Chad, what do you take? What should people take? And then what do you take when you go out?
What are you doing? How long are you going out? What's the plan?
What do
I
just to gather
take for
evidence
what?
for a
Am I
day.
going
Just
out
the whole
for a
day.
day?
Just the whole day, yeah. Your basic take along things.
I take my backpack. I carry a 8x10 tarp that's still sealed in the bag. I carry a roll of Gorilla Tape. I carry a super bright little flashlight and a super bright big flashlight if I'm going for the day, just in case. I always carry a knife. Depending on the area I am, on occasion I will carry my sidearm. I don't always. I really don't. But it just depends where I am. But other than that, areas I go, I don't carry a compass because I'm familiar with the areas and I use the sun and stuff to know my direction. And plus the rivers, I'm around rivers and I know which direction they run. If it's going downstream, I know which way it is. And you know what I mean?
Right.
If I ever
So that's
go in,
good.
I do carry a compass if I go in an unfamiliar area.
Right. That's always good to have.
Just kind of know the direction I walk.
All right.
I always use
what kind of equipment for evidence gathering? Like got any video equipment, audio, what kind of gadgets you got?
Well, it depends on what evidence you're
take?
looking for.
Well, you know what I mean.
I mean,
what's a good starter for people to get,
okay.
What works for you? Yeah.
The best.
Because you got some calls made. I've heard some calls and I've helped boost them up for you, and you definitely got response back. So,
digital audio recorders are number one in my opinion. Okay, no, you're not getting them on film, which everybody wants. But what you can do with digital audio recorders is by moving them around, hear the noises and pick up things that are knocks. If they know you're in the woods, most times they're not going to knock. But if they know there's nobody out there, they'll communicate from hundreds of yards away more actively with a knock. And so you have the ability to pick this up. Plus, they'll do calls at night. Before the daylight breaks. I've gotten on digital audio. They make monkey Planet of the Ape noises, and it's been weird.
Right. And that's because you can catch them on audio and video. You should be able to on video, no problem.
Okay.
Patterson film happened. You can do it again. It's just going to happen when the right circumstances come about. But yeah, I think everyone should, for evidence gathering, should have some audio and video equipment. If you got a good camera that can take some video with a good microphone or even an accessory microphone plug-in, you should be able to get audio through that. But a good audio recorder is really hard to beat too, because they're specifically made to do the thing you want to do. And having multiple of those things to set out is beneficial for sure. And my basic thing that I take out is I take big knife, Bowie knife, and then I got a few different big knives, and a walking stick is good, I think, too, because animals are used to humans walking on two legs. So when you have a walking stick out there, it adds an extra step. So it tricks animals into thinking you're not human, you're something else. So that is also something that's going to help you guys when you guys are out in the field, for those who are listening. That's my opinion, and it's worked for me. Yeah. So, all right. We're almost about closed. Coming close to the hour. mark, and then we're going to be shutting it down. I guess we'll talk about what have you guys got planned this and coming up, or what?
No, actually, can I interrupt?
Yeah, go ahead, then we'll change subjects. I'll
All
continue.
right. What? Tell everybody what's planned in May. I mean,
Right.
give
Well,
some
I'm
give people something to look.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. We'll get started and stuff, but this summer and stuff, I got a few different things planned. Me and Chad have different stuff planned. We're planning one for up north. I got some stuff solo I'm doing, and I want to do one with you two in an area where I'm gonna have you guys come out and possibly an overnighter. So I'd like to get you guys out. I'll tell you the details after this. We'll stay on. We're doing a lot of different stuff. A lot of people have been contacting me and stuff. So me and Chad are planning a trip up north and stuff. I'm planning a trip down here really soon, and then hopefully midsummer, then fall, doing my own thing, and then I want you guys to help collaborate and stuff because you guys are close by, and it's always nice to have extra people witness. And so, anyways, James, do you have anything you're doing by yourself? What's your plans? What's your goals? Basically, this year is what I'm trying to get as your goals, and my goals is to get more evidence, of course, better evidence.
Yeah. Plans. I guess my only plans are to do stuff with you, really.
Well, get out and go out in the woods, right?
Eventually, but I know him and Chuck are doing their own thing, so I don't know, maybe.
Well, yeah, they're busy and they're doing their own thing, and me and we've invited them to hopefully to some of the things that we're doing, and I'm trying to collaborate with a bunch of people, and it seems like everyone is trying to do some sort of thing here in Michigan. I think a lot of things are going to come out of Michigan this year that are going to be good. Next 2 years, definitely going to be great for the Bigfoot community. A lot of researchers are collaborating with each other, and I think that we might hopefully possibly get some good evidence coming out of Michigan.
Hopefully.
Maybe the next Patterson film. Hopefully, that would be
that'd be
awesome.
Great.
I want some good audio like we had before, but more closer and way more louder, so you don't have to boost it. But if you do boost it, it's going to be something you can analyze and compare to other animals, and then also the video, getting it on video. So, Chad, what is your goals and stuff? I know we're doing a trip up in the UP, not the UP, but up north. And
my goal
what kind of stuff you doing solo and stuff? And what's your goals?
Well, I'm only going to solo my area right around the corner because I don't want to solo out in the middle of nowhere where I'm going to take you guys. So I have my area here.
Right.
I'll do some solo there.
You've had activity. Yep.
Oh, plenty. I have had 2 sightings.
Right. Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
What my goal is this year and for the whole year, and not just say what I'm going to do solo, but what I'm going to do with teams that we build, or at least this team we build. I want to collect evidence. I want to record area. I want to find the best spots for us and to keep the secret to return to do future investigations. But my main goal is to find hair, because I found a way to find hair. I want to find hair, and I want to find hair with follicles. I've never cast a footprint, even though I found them. So my second goal is to get a good, legit footprint. You're not going to get much DNA off a footprint unless you get lucky and get a hair. Now it's stuck in the cast. I want the DNA, and then I want to send it out to different laboratories. I have people that I've talked to that are very interested in any hair that I find that I feel, if it's 9 to 14 inches long and has a follicle, I do feel that's a Bigfoot hair out in the middle of the woods. I mean, what else is going to leave a hair that long?
Here in Michigan, especially, yeah. I would say maybe possibly moose, maybe when you get up north, but
A
that's
horse?
that's
But
not
where's
that's
the
not going to
horse?
be down
What's a
here.
horse going to be? Yeah,
You know, a
no.
moose and
Not,
yeah. Anyways, yeah,
so
I think
that's
this
what I'm
year.
set on, man.
Yep, I think this year Michigan as a whole, with everyone doing their things and helping everyone else, it's really going to help get some good evidence. I feel so. Well, it's been an hour. I think it's been a successful one. I think we had some good technical difficulties to learn from.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
got one thing?
Yeah, I
Go
recently
ahead.
I started another YouTube channel
Okay. Yep.
for my
We'll get
anniversary.
right to it. I'll give you guys another shout out
All
real
right.
quick. I just wanted to give my little summary, and then we'll be done. I think you guys really need to check out everyone who's in Michigan. Check out Chuck Sutherland. He's doing Time Is Now. That's his page on Facebook, and he has Michigan Paranormal Hunters Facebook group, and he's doing a Bigfoot conference here in the summer. So check that out. Check his pages out. He works with a lot of different people here in Michigan. So check that out. Check all of us out. So James, what's your YouTube? What's where everyone can find your new stuff?
I can link it at the end of the stream.
Yeah, we can link it in the group, and I'm going to link it up on the YouTube page after
Yeah.
you guys. So what's it called? So everyone can look it up.
Taller Kid.
What's it again?
Taller Kid.
Taller Kid?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. And that's going to be your Bigfoot channel?
My only Bigfoot, yes.
Okay, so you guys subscribe to him. He's going to have a lot of good stuff this summer. We're going to be doing some stuff together. He on his other page, it's called Swift Rage. He has some Bigfoot videos that are pretty good. You guys can check them out. Got some good evidence on them. Anything else?
Nope. Unless Chad has something.
Okay, yep. Chad, where people find you, contact you? I know you're hanging out in a lot of Facebook groups. We all are. So
Find me in the Facebook group, Chad Datema.
yep. Yeah, I'm sure
Type
people
in my
heard of
name,
him.
man.
Different people have talked about him because he's been with a lot of people. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching the content we brought you today. I think again it was pretty successful. We had some trouble with Steve, which he's out west, and I think they might have some winter weather going on. So unfortunately, we'll have to have him back next time. And so thank you guys very much, and tune in for more content coming from us. And you guys have a good night. So.